Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. Well, it's evening here locally, 7 p.m. Central, or 6:59 right now as I look at my clock. That's going TikTok down here on my laptop. But anyways, welcome to the show. Week 11 predictions. Packers going to be playing on Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't have my regular setup with helmets this week due to craziness of the holiday season, Thanksgiving tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but in 2 days. Feels like it's tomorrow. Like it's going to be tomorrow with everything that I've been doing, preparing and everything. But in 2 days is Thanksgiving, and just want to get an episode here. Maybe I will put helmets up. Just hold on as I get them ready. But I didn't have it for the start. Just because I didn't think that it would be necessary. It's holiday season. A lot of people will be here on YouTube watching videos. I don't know, they absolutely have to. Most people already have family over for the holiday season, which is awesome. Good for you guys. As I see here, I'm looking at the setup for this week. Which game should get it? The distinct honor as my game of the week. And I look here, let's see. There's a couple of good ones here that I see could be game of the week. And heck, one of these games that most people wouldn't think is good game of the week material to me could be game of the week material, like Jaguars against the Bills. But I do have the one picked out. Now I just have to get the helmet for that said matchup. And let's just say it's a divisional matchup. So that might help people know what it is. You got a question. You got a couple of seconds here or minutes here to guess. Maybe a full minute to guess. As I put them up here. For this, I apologize. I'm doing this in the middle of an episode, or the beginning, but like I said, busy things going on here in my household. So it may not look perfect or look the way that it usually does, but whatever. I mean, I care, but if you care too much, then you're just stressing for no reason. So you care because it's your show and you want it to be good and prosperous. But anyways, last seconds for people to guess, and for those watching archived or live, what my matchup of the week is. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. My game of the week here, if I can get that helmet to look a little better. There we go. As you can see, ta-da, game of the week. A Thursday night game, a Thanksgiving Day game. Actually, it's not a Thursday night game. It's a Thursday morning game. Excuse me, I apologize. The first game out of the gate for the week, and the first game out of the gate for the third Thanksgiving bundle of fun. As I like to call it, the bundle of fun of matchups on Thanksgiving Day. So this one is my game of the week. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Detroit Lions. They're playing in Detroit. Detroit right now has the lead in the mighty NFC North. And I call it the mighty NFC North because my Packers are my team, the Green Bay Packers. Since I'm not part of the team, so I can't say it's my Packers, but as a fan and a shareholder of the Green Bay Packers, and my team that I cheer for, the Green Bay Packers, are in this division of the NFC North. I picked this game as a matchup of the week for that reason too. A divisional game in my team's division, and the matchup in itself for supremacy, at least for right now. I mean, things happen week to week. We still have a couple weeks left till we get to the end of the 2016 NFL season. Hopefully my voice is being heard. Anyways, Detroit right now, they have their own destiny. It's really all in their control. Like they're the captain of the ship in the NFC North. And depending on how they do in this game against Minnesota, a team that's been struggling, their own losing streak, just like the Packers, theirs actually being a game longer than ours. Oh, and the other difference about their losing streak is they actually snapped their losing streak. Like they actually won a game. Like, I don't know, we have to figure out how to do, or my team, our team, the Green Bay Packers have to figure out how to do. But beyond that, the Vikings had a longer, or one game longer losing streak, and then last week they won against Arizona, another team that was, at that point needing to get a win, and that one was one of my considerations for last week for game of the week. So the Minnesota Vikings, a team in my division, a team that I'm always supposed to hate no matter what, and call them the whats that other teams call them, and I don't need to repeat it because I'm sure Packer fans, Lions fans, and Chicago fans and other fans call them that and whatever. But I don't because I respect them. Even though I guess I want the Packers to crush them into the ground every time we play them, like 58-0, doesn't mean I'm going to disrespect their team or their fans while hoping that. You know what I mean? So, and plus, my team's not that good enough this year to do those things to them. But even when we were good enough, we wouldn't crush them that badly. But the point was that I respect the Vikings enough that I don't call them that. And definitely the play on the last couple of weeks may have deserved that, maybe a little bit, a tiny bit, micro fraction in my mind from the fan base, but still, that's a little bit too far. I mean, there's trash talking, and then there's, that line. Now, do we ever know where that actual true boundary line is with some like trash talking and natured rubbing and banter between NFL fans and fan bases, whether divisional, especially divisional matchups? But anyways, I didn't want to go down that road, that dark road. I just wanted to bring that up just to talk about that. The Vikings are a good team, and that they were on my radar a handful of times and have already been their helmet already been up here behind me a couple times this season, NFL season. Check out my other videos. Also, I want to welcome Raunchy Mikey back to YouTube. What's up, man? I look forward to have him on my show later tonight on my WWE podcast, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, which will be a special episode tonight at 9 p.m. Central, right after WWE SD Live, SmackDown Live. So I have my co-host, Mark Rambo, and our buddy, our friend, brother from another mother, whatever you want to call it. But the friend of the show and his friend in general, Michael of Raunchy Mikey. So check out his video, subscribe to his channel. He had to remake a whole new channel and everything. He'll explain that later. As he says in that first video, he'll explain in due time in a separate video of why he's been gone and everything going on and why he waited to come back now and all this other stuff. And that's he'll explain it for himself due time on his own channel. So definitely check it out. Subscribe to his channel. He's a very smart man. And from his old channel that he had, that has now disappeared and evaporated, it's like a ghost here on YouTube. But he did live reactions to things. He did reviews of things, wrestling and otherwise, some music, and otherwise. So whether that's going to stay the same or things are going to change up, he's going to shake things up in this channel, just like WWE should shake things up. The NFL should shake some things up in some rules. He might do so, but like I said, I'll let him explain that for his own channel, so he can speak for himself in due time. But like I said, check out that first video. Subscribe to his channel if you care to. After you subscribe here first, I mean, you're watching this video, right? So if you so obliged. But like I said, the Vikings, they've been on there for my game of the weeks. They were close to being on there last week, even though obviously they weren't one of the helmets up there. But they're a good team this year. And just because I'm a Packer fan doesn't mean I have to hate them so much or them so much, or even if the Bears, if they were good this year, so much that they wouldn't be deserving of being a game of the week, no matter what week it was. So I'm as I always say, I'm a nice guy, respectful guy in general, and I am. And that is truth. That is fact. But also in a football sense, I'm also giving it to other teams and other fan bases of thinking, hey, if their matchup as I see it on the schedule for that week deserve to be game of the week for me, or in consideration, let alone for game of the week, then they're going to be consideration. They're not going to be not on the list because they're a division rival. So I don't know. Hopefully you understand what I meant to say there, because sometimes I say it better in my head than I say it coming out of my mouth, unfortunately. But anyways, those are the reasons why I have these two stallions of the NFC North this year. And yes, they are. The Packers were hobbling along, trying to make it to the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, yes, we have a good, great, awesome, bullheaded, egotistical quarterback, just like any other NFL team does. I didn't mean that in a negative way. Sometimes that egotistical side of Aaron Rodgers actually helps us because he drives, final drive, a game-winning drive against the team, just going up and down the field and winning games for us. And then the other side of an egotistical quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers or any NFL quarterback, is that they try to do too much in either game-winning drives or in general because their team's struggling or their defense can't do stuff or can't do anything at all. You know what I meant to say, but they can't do anything. They can't stop a nosebleed, so to speak, of the other team's offense. That gets in the way. So I like Aaron. He's our quarterback. He's my team's quarterback, but yeah, you might need to think a little bit more Aaron, but that's just me, my opinion here from this fan and shareholder of the team. He's part of Green Bay Packers. So I guess with all that said and done, hopefully the Packers can get things rolling again against Philadelphia, but tough matchup. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say we have a chance because it's a rookie quarterback, but that rookie quarterback's been playing all right. I mean, just like that other rookie quarterback that's been playing all right to dang well impressive and awesomeness. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys, again, a team that usually I'm high ho against, but like I said, in my good nature, positive kind of personality and things and outlook on football is that hey, he's earning the fact of being a good quarterback. The team is earning the right to be called a good team here in this season because hey, it's right there in front of your freaking in my face and in others that are true Cowboy haters. I'm not a Cowboy hater. I'm just I like some more than others. It's just my nature, and any person's nature. You're gonna have more favorites. You're gonna have your favorites and your least favorites. It is what it is, and anything, whether it's football, wrestling, and TV shows and characters of a TV show, your favorites and least favorites. Same thing here in the NFL. But I respect Dallas. They've earned their record, obviously, just like Oakland and their awesomeness that I like on the other side. That Dak Prescott is that dang good. And I liked with Tony Romo and his speech. That was very motivational. I liked how, not motivational, well, motivational in a way for Dallas, and their teammate and the team to come together for Dak and him not wanting to be a distraction anymore now that he's technically activated to the roster or active to play and all that other jazz and all that other stuff. It's just, it was best for business for him to do that. And I like that fact. So, anyways, let's get into my predictions. And let's start with that first game. Usually this one's one of the last ones, but I'll do it first this time. A Thanksgiving special to do it this way. Minnesota Vikings versus Detroit Lions. I am going to go with the Lions getting the win over the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to go Lions over the Vikings here to start off week 11, or start off week 12. I'm sorry, week 12. Start off week 12 and the Thanksgiving bundle of fun of games. Vikings get the loss. Lions win 27-17. Now, the Vikings versus Lions game will be on CBS, which is interesting. I thought they would be on Fox, but the afternoon game at 3:30, and these are all Central Time, so whatever other times, because obviously I'm in the Central Time zone, so these are Central Times for me. The Redskins Cowboys are going to be at 3:30, and they're going to be on Fox. Vikings Lions are going to be on CBS at 11:30, and in the evening, NBC gets the Steelers and Colts. Now, usually CBS gets AFC games, and I thought maybe the Steelers Colts should be on CBS. Then you have maybe the Vikings and Lions, because usually the NFC North games they get on Fox for Thanksgiving. At least that's what I assumed. But maybe I'm wrong. If you do some true research on that, I can't say that I did. I should have. But then on the Sunday night, have the Redskins and Cowboys. That's a pretty dang good matchup. Not saying the Steelers and Colts are poo bad teams. They're good teams. Okay, I get that, but to finish off strong for Thanksgiving night and everything after everybody has eaten, sitting around the TV or with their families and familia, and however, maybe have their game of the night, at least in the NFL's eyes and in the network's eyes, I guess, so to speak, would be Washington versus Dallas, and have it that way and scheduled out that way. That's how I would do it. Now, people are much smarter than me on scheduling things for TV, let alone scheduling things for each team for every year and every season, but just my opinion on that. But anyways, like I said, Lions over the Vikings, 27-17. I have Dallas over Washington in a close game, 13-10. And I have the Colts over the Steelers, 27-20 in a close game. There, I see all the games really being close, actually. And I have all the home teams winning there, as you can tell, obviously, by my predictions. All right, Sunday games. Los Angeles Rams versus New Orleans Saints. I'll have the Saints over the Rams, 35-17. I'll have the Cardinals over the Falcons on the road, 27-24. Texans over the Chargers, 24-20. Ravens over the Bengals, 17-14. Sorry about that. I have the Titans over the Bears. I had to refresh the page. I have the Titans over the Bears, 21-20. Very close game late. Titans, they are what they are. Giants over the Browns. I'm sorry, Jay. Talking to Jay. You don't see your Browns winning yet. But the Giants over the Browns, 35-24. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I'm watching SmackDown Live on mute on my TV, so I apologize there. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Buffalo Bills. I have the Jaguars starting to get on a roll, or at least starting to do something, right? Jaguars over the Bills. Let's go low scoring, 9-3. There was that, what was it, Jets-Rams game that was 9-3. Let's have this one be a 9-3 win for Jacksonville. It might look ugly, but hey, win's a win, and the Jacksonville Jaguars will certainly take it however they can muster it. Best believe that. Dolphins over the San Francisco 49ers. They're at home, 35-10. Patriots crushing the Jets in the ground. Sorry, Albert. Of main event marks. The Patriots over the Jets, 42-13. And then the Chiefs-Broncos, which is another game of the week contender. I have the Chiefs beating the Broncos, 27-24. And then Packers versus the Eagles for Monday Night Football. And the last game usually that I predict anyways. Oh, wait, no. I forgot. Seahawks and Buccaneers. I have Seattle over Tampa Bay as much as I want to see Tampa Bay get a big win. But I do have Seattle over Tampa Bay, 35-21. I have the Raiders over the Panthers, crushing them into the ground, 42-10. 42-10, Raiders over the Panthers. And now to the Packer game, which I usually do last anyways, but I'm here on Monday night. Packers, Eagles. I really want to go with the Packers. I always go with the Packers. Every year I think they're going to be 16-0, just how I predict them because, being a homer, being loyalist, whatever you want to call me, but that's just how I am. I guess that's my fandom, actually being loyal to my team in that way. But you also have to see what things are actually going on. And I have a funny feeling, a sad feeling, all those other feelings that the losing streak will continue. And I kind of have a bad feeling that this one might actually be a blowout, like a 42-10, like I was predicting in other games, or 28-0 final or something like that. But I'm going to keep it close. But I am going to pick the Philadelphia. No, you know what? I'm going to pick the Packers because I'm going to keep picking them. But I'm going to have a close game. Packers over the Eagles and like a gunslinging kind of, old school, like but Brett Favre was our quarterback kind of game. And the Packers over the Eagles, 27-24. So those are my predictions for the Week 11 schedule there for the Packers. Excuse me. And for the Packers and for Week 11 for the NFL season, or for the 2016 season. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. Apologize that it was short and sweet, but I just want to get that out there here before Thanksgiving and before the end of the week because I'm busy with work and otherwise and other stuff going on in my life with Thanksgiving, family, and work. So I wish you guys all the best. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody because this will be the last time I do this show. Obviously, I was going to do this once a week for this podcast. But my channel, I'm having another video later tonight with my wrestling one where I'll say Happy Thanksgiving again for that show. So here for Talking Packers with Steve. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in America. Everybody in general, have a great rest of your week and weekend. Stay safe, have fun. And as always, take care.